Hello everyone, welcome to the new lecture. Today we'll continue our further discussion on remainder theorem, and so let's start and see what we're gonna learn today. Okay, what's remainder theorem? Division of polynomials. Okay, if px, that is dividend, and gx is a divisor, are two polynomials such that degree of px is greater than degree of gx and gx is not equal to 0. So we can find polynomial qx, that is quotient of, and rx, that is remainder, such that they follow the remainder theorem. Okay, I hope you know about remainder theorem. Suppose we are simply dividing 4 by 2. So what is 4? 4 is a dividend and 2 is a divisor. What is the question? 2 and remainder is 0. Just put what I have told in this equation, what you would get. Okay, I'm not talking about this equation of polynomials. I'm talking about general equation in which we would write it as, suppose here dividend. Okay, I'm just gonna write about the general one. Dividend is equals to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Okay, so what I told 4 divided by 2. So 4 is the dividend equals to divisor into quotient is 2 plus remainder 0. Okay, so this is called remainder theorem. Okay, and every formula, everything that we follow in this, it's a part of polynomials too, but with a certain conditions. That condition number 1, the degree of px should be greater than degree of gx, that is degree of dividend should be greater than degree of divisor, and the divisor can't be 0. Again same thing, that's also in the formula. Okay, so let's see how this formula affects. Okay, so we have given dividend and divisor. Okay, so x 3x square minus 1 should be divided by x plus 1. Okay, so this is px divided by gx. So how we can divide it? Okay, we can use the simple divide rule. We'll just write it down like the normal divisions do, and just replace higher degree before. Okay, so we're gonna see for higher degree 3x and x will multiply by 3x. Okay, so 3x square would come plus, just write just below. Okay, the degree which is coming by multiplication, just write it below, and 1 will be 3x. Okay, now subtract it. We'll get minus 2x plus 1. Okay, so we can't further divide it since the degree of polynomial should be less than, okay, px degree should be less than that of gx. Okay, then only we can divide. Okay, so we'll just gonna leave it here, or we can multiply it by minus 1. So okay, minus 2, sorry. So minus 2x minus 2, and when we subtract it, 0 and 3. So the quotient, that is q of x, would be equal to 3x minus 2, and remainder would be a constant polynomial 3. Okay, so in this manner we divide polynomials. It's just a simple division. Okay, now next question, x minus 1 divided by. Okay, one thing, if you want to learn, just do it with me. Okay, just don't pile up things or just don't see. Take a copy and pen and just do it with me. Okay, in that way it will be easy to learn. Now x and 3x 4, what we gonna multiply? 3x cube, right? Okay, so 3x 4 and minus 3x cube. Subtract it, it would be 0. Okay, it would be minus x cube, it would be minus 3x, and minus 1 same. Okay, now we'll multiply it by minus x square, so it will be minus x cube plus x square, but there is no term of x square, don't worry, we'll just have to write it because it's okay, 0. Okay, now we'll multiply it by x, so we will get minus x square plus x, it's again a 0, minus 4x minus 1. So we'll multiply it by minus 4, that's last. So okay, I'm writing it here, minus 4x plus 4. When we subtract, we'll get minus 5. Okay, so tell me what's the question. It's a polynomial with degree 3. And what is remainder? It's a constant polynomial. Generally, it doesn't need to be a constant always. Okay, just don't think it that way. Okay, so remainder theorem. Finally, if px be any polynomial of degree greater than or equal to 1, let a be any real number. If px is divided by a linear polynomial x minus a, then the remainder is p of a. Okay, so how are we gonna prove that? Okay, px be a polynomial with degree greater than or equal to 1, and then we divide it by x minus a gives a quotient qx and remainder rx. Since degree of x minus a is 1, degree of Rs is less than the degree of x minus a always. So the degree of Rx is 0. That means Rx is a constant, say R. Okay. So how we gonna replace this? We're gonna see. Okay. Just see the equation written in front of you. Px equals to x minus a into qx plus Rx. This is what we have learned from the dividend formula. Okay. So if it's replaced by R, since its degree is 0, so it will be a constant. And then after that, if we put p of a, we would get r. Okay, q of a minus a is 0, 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So we get r. So if you want to know through the remainder theorem that if you want to know remainder, then just put the a or just put the value of divisor x minus a. Okay. Now, find the remainder obtained on dividing it. Okay, so first formula was, first method was to divide and see. Okay. Okay, question px qx I. Okay, so this is the dividend and this is the divisor. It's given x minus a. So see to it. It's of the form x minus a, and we have learned by remainder theorem that if the divisor is the form x minus a, that is degree is 1, so remainder degree would be 0 and remainder would be equal to p of a. So what is a here? 1. So it will be equal to p of 1. So put 1 cube plus 1. It will be 2. Your answer. Or you can check it by simply dividing, like the previous question, the way we have solved it, you can check it by that also. Okay, so how easy it became, right? We were dividing every time before. Now again, divided by x minus 1. Okay, simply you can see it's of the form x minus a. So match them and you would discover that a is equal to 1. So remainder would be equal to p of 1. So again 1 to power 4 plus 1 cube minus 2 plus 1 plus 1. So it will be equal to 2 minus 2 plus 1 plus 1. It would be equal to 2. Answer. Okay. So how easy using formula it became. Okay. Check whether polynomial is a multiple of 2t plus 1 or not. Okay. Now, if anything is a multiple, suppose that 2t plus 1. Okay, so if it's a multiple, like okay, I'll show you an example by constants. If show me that 4 is a multiple of 2 or not. Yes, it's a multiple of 2 when and then only when it's divided by 2 it gives remainder equals to 0. I hope you know that. Anything is a multiple means what? It will completely divide it off and the remainder would be 0. So if it is a multiple, if it divides qt and remainder equals to 0. So how to check it off? It's of the form x. Okay, how to make it of the form x minus a? Okay, it's given 2t plus 1. Okay, just take 2 out as a constant. Okay, we can do that. And how would you tackle 2 now? Just think for a while. Okay, so I hope you drawn a conclusion. If not, just come with me. Okay, now first thing what you would do is you would make divisor 0. So at what value divisor is becoming 0? It's t equals to minus half. Okay, so we're just gonna put it in this formula and find the remainder. If the remainder comes 0, then it is multiple otherwise not. So how to find the remainder? We'll go for qt minus half, that is the remainder. Okay, so minus half would be 4 into minus half q minus half square plus half minus 1. Okay, so minus half would be cancelled off with this 4 plus 1 plus half minus 1, and it is 0, hence proved it's a multiple. Since remainder became 0, so we can prove that it is a multiple of the given polynomial. Okay, we'll end our lecture here, and from next lecture we'll continue of the factorization of polynomial. Thank you so much.